Hi everyone. Hello Sheba. Hello Delilah. Go ahead, get you a toy now that we have the camera on. Go find one. They've carried them all outside. I gathered them up out of the yard and put them on the back deck so that I could get them in and get them into the washing machine. But we're all staying inside pretty much today. I've been doing a little work on the computer and was getting ready to get up and see what else I need to do, and decided we better get a video done before the rest of the day gets away from me. Isn't that right, Reba? Reba scared the tar out of me. I was looking at her, she was laying in the floor, and she had like a spot like this, only it was bigger, and she was laying across over here. And I thought it was a wound, like a big open wound. I jumped up and grabbed her, and it was nothing but pure dirt. It was just old stinky dirt, wasn't it? So I got to looking at her, and you can tell that right there will probably just brush away. But I did like that, and I mean, there was just dirt all over me. She's got dirt all over her. She needs a bath, Dad. Today would be a good day to do baths. Yes, it would. Make them all mad. Our newest kid from Colorado, he's doing just wonderful. Oh, and there's a story there too. We both accidentally got his little paw under the back door yesterday. I did it earlier. When I opened the door, he was way too close, and the door pinched his paw. So I picked him up and babied him, checked him out, and he was okay. And we went on. And then Dad came home, and Dad opened the door, and I heard the baby squeal, and I went running, and Jeff was picking him up, and he got hurt again. And then that time he limped for a little while, didn't he?
Yeah, you're doing good now.
We took turns holding him, babying him, checking to make sure nothing was broken. And then we'd sit him down to watch him see if he could walk. And he limped all the way over to this bed and got in it with the other little ones and slept. I checked him again at bedtime. He was limping, but not as bad. And then this morning he was fine. So we both felt so bad that he got hurt, but he took it like a little champ. He didn't even really cry, but he did limp, and we could tell it hurt him. So we're working on being a little more careful when we open that door, check and see where he's at, because he gets right between our foot and the door, and you don't see him until you hear him squeal. Oh, you two, I tell you what, Candy and Simon, they are a pair. What was it? I told you a few minutes ago. Oh, Simon came in and his front paws were just thick with mud. And I told him to get off of me, and he ran over and jumped on the couch. And I was telling Jeff so he could get up and wipe his paws off. And he kept standing here looking right at Simon, saying, well, where is he? Where is he? And I said, it's right in front of you. He said, no, that's Candy. I said, no, that is Simon. Look at the muddy paws. They look so much alike, it's hard to tell them apart. You little goofy kids. But anyway, I think they're all enjoying. Delilah, I know you don't really want out. You just want to cause a distraction. You just want to be the one in charge of this video. No, really, Mom, there's something out there. You get in here. You come on. You're not the boss. Well, not the only one. We have a lot of bossies around here. So, there's not much for the video today. Just it's too hot to be outside at all. And they go out, but they're not out there very long. They don't want to stay out there. It's too warm. So we'll probably be outside more this evening after the sun starts going down. Delilah, you get in here. You come on. You get in here. So we're just going to take turns laying around with the dogs today. He'll lay around with them for a while I'm up moving around. I'm fixing to get all their bedding into my dad's room and start storing it away in the dresser and stuff in there. I have some paint supplies going to be delivered today, so I'm just going to get the floor prepped and get ready to do some painting in there when that stuff gets here. And I'm just going to start organizing in there and moving some of the stuff for the dogs out of my craft room into the new dog room. So, but we're also going to paint the hallway and the bathroom all to match the dog room. My craft room is wall-to-wall crafts. You really can't do much in here. I don't know, outside of when we replace and get the carpet out of here, I don't know that I'll ever want to move all this stuff out of here. We'll have to if we ever get this carpet out of here. But if we do, when we do, that's when I'll try to repaint this room. But for now, it's wall-to-wall crafts, and I think I'll leave it that way. So I'll put up a new curtain over there maybe, because we took down the old blinds. Come on, you come out of there. But I don't really need any of that in there. So anyway, that's just not a lot to tell. I hate to let you go out because you're just being a distraction. I know it.
Bring you water this morning in the pools.
Yeah, Jeff's already cleaned up the swimming pools, cleaned up the backyard. It's ready for them. It's just too hot for them out there. Maggie and Rosie. Where's Amos? Amos, I can't tell the difference between you and Caleb now. Two little blue boys.
He's getting big.
He is getting big, and he's getting sweeter by the day. He comes over and takes his paw and tells you, pick me up. I want you to hold me. So his new mama is going to just love that he's a snuggle bunny. He wants to be in the lap and be held. He's good. He likes to play independently, but he's going to be a very affectionate, spoiled little boy by the time he gets to his new mama. So, but we can't help it. As long as they're here with us, they're going to get spoiled. They're just going to. Oh, Delilah, I'm going to let you go. Sheba, you go too. Come on, Sheba. You two bossy girls, you just go right on out there. Get going. Who else? Are you really going? No, not really. They don't want to go out. Yeah, see? She's just a bossy little girl, and Sheba just follows along with whatever Delilah. If Delilah's doing it, Sheba's going to do it. Delilah's the independent one, but Sheba's the tag-along. If Delilah gets it, I get it. If she can do it, I can do it. So, but Delilah really is the one that's bossy by nature. Sheba, she cracks me up. So anyway, I don't really know what else to talk about. I know, Jeff, I know one thing we can talk about. Somebody left me a comment yesterday. They love the babies playing in the swimming pool. And we had actually two comments that caught my attention. One was, had we thought about getting a bigger swimming pool where they could actually swim and not just sit? And I thought, really, that's a good idea. I think next year we might try to do that. Maybe get a 3-foot high one, you know. That'll give them room. Any of them, the adults, can clear it and jump into it and swim. But I don't think I want anything deeper than that until we try it and see how it goes. But really, we could get a one, you know, about 4 foot around, about 3 foot deep, and just give that a try. So I really appreciated that suggestion. The other suggestion, Jeff, was for you. Someone just loved watching our babies play all around the trees and everything like they do, but they wondered why couldn't we just fill in all those roots and cover them up and where they dug them out.
Joe, we need a lot of dirt.
I told them that we have done that many times and they dig it out as fast as you fill it in. So, but that is something we probably need to do. I don't know where everybody else is from, but here in Arkansas, the trees, they grow on top of the ground because the rocks push them up. If it's not tree roots you're tripping over, then it's rocks when you try to dig or do any kind of landscaping. So, but our dogs actually love to chew on those tree roots, and they're just maple trees back there, so I don't think there's any problem. We've never had a problem with that. But he did plant new grass last year because they just about killed all of the grass in the yard, and he did that, and he'll do some more of that this year too, especially around our gate area. And then what else? That's really about it. I was thinking there was something else, but I don't remember what now. I love when everybody gives us comments and gives us new suggestions and fresh ideas. So I really appreciate that. And I think I am going to try to get a ultrasound on Miss Reba today. Today's the 22nd. So she's only got about 6 days to go before. Normally you have to wait 28 days after breeding to see puppies. I saw Chloe's a couple of days earlier than that. And I know it wasn't because she was pregnant before that, because I know exactly when they breed and I track that. So I know for some reason we could just see puppies a little bit earlier with her. And since I have my own ultrasound machine, I like to get in there and play with it and get them used to letting me put that gel on them and use the wand on them. All of my girls are real good about just laying back and letting me do it. Sheba, she's always like, yeah, do it again, Mom. She just loves to please. I think Reba will probably be like that too. Anything I want to do to her, she will let me. She's just such a good-natured, trusting little girl. But Chloe and Delilah and Candy, they're all good about it too. So in the meantime, we've got lots of girl activity. Oh, Simon, he's just a sweetheart. Him just a sweetheart, yeah. He come over last night and was not going to take no for an answer until I put down my crochet work and just held him and babied him for a little bit. And then he was all right. They all take turns telling me, I need your attention now, please. I need your attention. I need to be held. These antlers, man, these were a good investment. I've had people asking me what I like to do for teeth cleaning, and I've read and done quite a bit of research on that because I feel responsible and I don't want any of my dogs to be neglected. But I tell you, that stuff is so expensive with the vet. But the more I've read and the more I've listened to other people of experience with the dogs, the more I realize, kind of like, I don't know who was cleaning the teeth of the dogs before the veterinarians came along. But they didn't have all the teeth problems then either. So, and I've never had one with problems other than maybe if they chipped one or cracked one, from chewing on something they shouldn't be. But I don't brush their teeth. I tried the dental sticks, and those are just, I'm sorry, y'all, my dogs eat them and then they throw them up. So I kind of quit using those too. I don't like them. I don't think they smell good. And the dogs, I don't know, they don't last long enough to me to do any good on their teeth. But these antlers and the cow hooves and the raw beef bones, those are the number 3 at-home ways to keep your dogs clean that I have read about. in a lot of different, you can go to AKC, or I think Good Dog has some literature on it, and just about anything out there online concerning dogs will have some material for you to read about how to keep their teeth free from the tartar buildup and healthy, good teeth. So that was one of the reasons why I got these antlers. I've wanted to try them for a long time. Some friends of mine have a pet supply store, and I went to visit them a while back because they also have a little chocolatey fawn Boston Terrier that came from one of my studs' bloodline. And we're going to use him for Miss Chloe when she comes into heat. So I went to see them, and I found those antlers and the cow hooves and the duck's feet. So I bought all of those and brought them home, and they have been crazy for those. They've been good for the babies, cutting their teeth, and I'm telling you, that girl right there, if she had any tartar, that would be removing it. And she's enjoying it a whole lot more than the dental procedure. And it's cheaper too, y'all. But before I started using those, I always had beef bones for my dogs. I buy them at the grocery store, and they come in a big shank bone, and I would always have the butcher to slice them for me about 2 inches thick, so they're big enough that the dogs can't swallow them, but they're small enough they can get them in their mouths and get all the marrow out. And they have a little bit of raw beef on the sides around the bone, and they love that. Somebody else commented and was asking me what I thought about raw feed, and all I can say about that is uck. When I first started breeding, I was reading so much about that, and I thought, well, yeah, I don't want to deprive my little babies of that. So I listened to some other breeders and tried to do it the way they do it. It was just some raw meat scraps from the grocery store butcher, and it was awful, y'all. I will never do it again. Every one of my dogs had diarrhea from it. It was so rich and not at all good for them. And it was not good for me either. So I will never do that again. And, that can just get into a lot of expense. I like giving them a beef bone. I don't have a problem with them getting some raw meat, but it's really not necessary either. They are totally healthy and in good shape and fit, and they don't know that they're not getting something that's out there that other dogs are getting. But those raw beef bones will satisfy them. I do, when I give them one of those bones, I will put them in their crate. Each one can have one, but they have to go in the crate with it because they will get pretty aggressive over them. If another dog even looks in their direction when they have one of those bones, they sound pretty vicious. So I just avoid any kind of problems by putting them in the crate with it. I do that pretty much with any kind of special treat that they get real possessive over. I'll put them in their crate, and each one of them gets one, and they stay there until everybody has kind of lost some of that I want all the bones attitude. And then they'll swap bones, and they don't get snarly about it. Once all the marrow's gone, they don't really care which one they get. But if there's any marrow left, that's the one they want. So that's a good way to give them the raw and the marrow and satisfy that without having a bad adverse effects and without getting into a lot of cost. Those are really cheap. When you slice them up, you can, I store mine in a Ziploc bag in the freezer, and I give it to them frozen. They like it that way, and it's easy to store them without worrying about them going bad or something. So So anyway, I hope that answered the most recent comments that I saw. I think everyone was asking too, what kind of dog food do we use? And we use Diamond Naturals. I will tell you, there is another brand called Diamond, and I will advise you to stay away from it. But Diamond Naturals is a good quality, healthy dog food. I give it to my adults, and they have a puppy version. They have a small breed version, which is what we use, and they have a large breed version. And we have had zero problems with it, and I've been using it for over 6 or 7 years now. And most of the breeders that I know, that is what they use also. So we buy it in big 40-pound bags and keep a couple of barrels full at all times, and then keep our little containers refilled in the house, because we do go through a lot. And it is a little more expensive than Walmart brands, but it's not nearly as expensive as some of the other more talked about brands that, you know, are good quality. So we can afford it. And I like everything about it, especially with my babies. That's where I really draw the line. I have to have something that my little puppies, when they're weaning and stuff, that I know is healthy and good for them. And I'm sure there are a lot of people that use Purina, but I personally do not. And I don't know I just know that I can smell that when a dog eats Purina, and I cannot stand that smell. I don't have that problem on Diamond Naturals. So I brought home a puppy last year, and everything about him, I think it was just coming out of his skin, he smelled awful, and it was because of the Purina food. And I quickly got him switched over to our Diamond, and I never smelled him. He didn't smell like that anymore. So, but all of my dogs, that's all they've ever had. Caleb is on a different food. I'll have to look at the paperwork to see the name of it. But it's made by the same people that make the Diamond. She's had problems with some of her dogs on Diamond having diarrhea. So she switched to something else, Taste of the Wild or something like that. I don't remember for sure what it is. But I am mixing his with our Diamond and gradually going to get him mixed over. I do know whatever kind it is that Caleb is on costs more than the Diamond. So she has used the Diamond, but she does have some dogs with different stomach issues, I guess, and Diamond doesn't do well for them. But that's the only person I ever heard say Diamond wasn't a good fit for them. Oh, my Candy. That girl. So asleep. She's a nut. I did your tongue. I did it. I will. Oh, I love to watch them do stuff like that. But I'm easily entertained. So anyway, y'all keep commenting, keep liking, keep sharing. Help us to get our channel to grow. Please give us thumbs up. That's one of the best ways to make our channel more popular. It pops up in other people's feeds when we get a lot of thumbs up. So that would really help us. I'd like to get the channel to grow some more. It's kind of leveled out. I will say this too. Hey, Jeff. I do get, like, analytics sends me weekly reviews or whatever to show me how popular my channel is. And today I was reading that the United States is where I'm the most, my videos are seen the most. But can you guess where we might be the second most popular video? I would have thought Canada, but it's not Canada. This past week, it was not Canada. It was Japan. Yes, I can't believe that. So I want to say hi to everybody in Japan, and thank you for following us. I don't know how many people that is, but it did show that there were it was the second most popular country that our videos were watched in this past week. So that made me feel good. I know that people in India watch us and people in Africa. And I do know people in Canada watch us because some of the people in Canada have our puppies. So I know that they're watching too. But I love that. So we just want to say hi to everybody. And we would welcome and encourage everybody to comment and let us know where you're watching us from. That would just,
people in Texas.
well, we do have a lot of people in Texas and Florida and all over the United States. We have, our puppies have gone everywhere, including Alaska and Hawaii. So that's just been an amazing part. I always thought when we started breeding, it was mostly going to be for our local area because there weren't any breeders in our area that I could find or locate. It's one of the reasons I decided to try breeding. But I didn't like having to travel so far for a good quality health tested Boston Terrier. And but since then, people from all over the place have taken our puppies. So it's been kind of really cool. Jack with her some more.
Here, take your toy back.
Oh, he torments them all. Anyway, y'all have a blessed day. Try to stay cool. Stay in out of that heat because it's dangerous today. So, and we'll be back tomorrow with another video. Quit being mean to her.
Hey, what's your nose go?
Get him.
What's your nose? Your nose will go. What's your nose?
She will get you, Jeff. Don't torment her. Anyway.
Good stuff.